Right, it's time for JoyNews Interactive, and Miss G is back. Hello, Miss G.
Hello, Israel. So I'm back, like you said, and you can join the conversation on our social media page on Facebook and Twitter. It's JoyNews on TV. Now, Deputy Minister Robert Ahunka-Lindsay is sick and tired of Ghanaians in the diaspora calling him, complaining about all the challenges they face. His phone rings constantly. He has to maneuver through crowds of people before he gets to his office. In fact, Ghanaians in the diaspora, you're worrying him too much. Although he appreciates your desire to come home and invest, he wishes you could stop the constant whining about all the challenges. In fact, he made it clear at a recent diaspora forum, but an incensed expert gave him a classic clapback. Well, let's take a look at that, because he's asking who travels 3,000 miles just to whine.
Nobody likes whiners. People that spend all their time whining all the time, I really get on people's nerves. So stop whining. Stop spending, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this, please, we know it doesn't work. So stop whining all the time saying it doesn't work. If it worked, you probably won't be sitting there. So nobody likes whiners, so stop whining.
You are right. We have the money and we have the expertise. We came here to sit with the decision makers to formulate policy to help us integrate us into the system. Where are the decision makers? You tell me. Where are they? Where are they? They are nowhere around here to listen to us. So now everything we talk about here is going to be second and third class. It's going to be washed out, and whatever is left is going to be passed on to the decision makers. Everybody comes in here and has an attitude that, oh, I got something better to do. Well, if this is the biggest now, if you're a business person and you know that there is a constituency that has the most amount of money and the most amount of expertise that you need into your business to make it work, I would have thought you would spend more time with that constituency to get them to do something. There is nobody here. The decision makers are not here. So we need to change this mindset. And if you would let the president know, this attitude and this arrogance about we are whiners, really? Who travels 3,000 miles to be a whiner?
Well, you've seen the video, but we had to ask you what you made of Mr. Lindsay's comments, and also if you think that the expert Ghanaian overreacted.
I'm not sure this thing is right. Or because sometimes you're an investor, when you are pushing your money into something, you know no matter how you have to get it back. So if you do it, you couldn't get it back. Sometimes you have to complain and do sometimes what will help you.
But before he became the deputy minister, people were also complaining. They were at the other side. People were complaining for them, and that made the system probably to favor them to win power. So if now you are also taking that same place, you shouldn't forget the problem that existed before you were voted into power still exists. So people have the right to complain.
I think it's right, because whereby they will be coming here and then they will be blaming others not succeeding over there. That one, I think he's right. He's totally right to say that.
Actually, I think he being the minister and then he knowing the rules over here, if he should tell you, if you don't go by the rules in the country and then you break the rules, he has every right to tell you to maybe go back and then do your homework or something. But I don't know, using such words for them, I don't know, I can't tell.
All right, so let's get on to Facebook and read some of the comments that you have posted. Courage Livingston says, power will show their true characters. Okay, I'm not sure. This man talks like the whole of Ghana is for him. He shouldn't worry. 2020 is just near, and you come with hashtag arrogant must go. Kofi in Bradan says, stop these things, share your thoughts. What's arrogant in 2020 election about this? Carrie Livingston then replies and says, somebody uses Kennedy Japon's picture as your DP. I don't expect anything different from you. You guys would push the government to opposition soon with the likes of Kennedy Japan, Ahunka Lindsay, and others. Samuel Setra says it's better than NDC 100%. We don't have short memories to have forgotten the likes of Yin Tiobia, the dead goat, etc. so soon. Phineas Radio says, well, typical of Ghanaians, we hate to be told the truth. When you hear a Ghanaian say you were too harsh, it means you did not mince words. What we should be discussing is whether indeed those in the diaspora whine. Kofi Mbradan says, I salute you. You are blessed with wisdom. And Nambe Patrick says, I concur with your point. And Midoba Safo says, such people like him are making it hard for Akufo-Addo to attract investors. No wonder people prefer Galamsey. Okay, now you're being too harsh. Actually, you're being too harsh. Bayer Jeremiah says the minister was right, just that he has been taken out of context. The truth must always be told, no matter the cost. The minister is simply telling them of the friendly business environment being created for them.
Okay, so those are some comments from you. Now, the Labour Minister today announced the minimum wage has been increased from 8 cedis, 80 pesos, to 9 cedis, 68 pesos. This is a 10% increase, and it takes effect from January 1, 2018. We want to find out from you whether you can live on a newly increased minimum wage.
8 cedis, 8 pesos. That one, no. Yes.
A day? No, please. I can't.
Yeah. I can use it. Yeah.
No one can have enough, like salary or wage. Everything that you have is like you have to get the blessings of God upon it, so for it to increase. So asking me that if I can eat or if I can't answer you straight away, because Ghana is full of magicians. You know? The country, like the book, a land of a million magicians or something, or 1,000 magicians or something. But because everybody seems to complaining about money, but everybody lives through the whole month and then come again to work.
In present Ghana, no, you can't. I can't be able to live on 88 CDs and whatever, the amount you mentioned. I can't. It's not possible.
A lot of people, the bowl of water in the morning is even more than the minimum wage.
So true.
So let's see what people are saying.
Kwesi Boateng says, I'm glad it is a minimum wage, but not the maximum. They never said pay your workers that amount. That is the ceiling you can pay. We making it sound as if that is what should be paid. I know some choba operators and security companies who are paying less than that amount. They are the cheats the law wants to address. Aaron Eliasu says it's difficult considering the harsh conditions, but since it's the only one available, we make do with it. The government has done extremely well to have increased it by 10%. We urge workers to always adopt the process of negotiations rather than picketing. Boa Musa says that should be between 290 to 300 cedis monthly. How much do you pay for water, electricity, food, clothes, miscellaneous? For me, this daily minimum wage is a facade. And Judicious Odro says, not at all. This increment will never have any positive impact in my life, but I think they should also work hard to make inflation stable, or else their value may still be the same.
Okay, so America's Twitter-in-chief, definitely American president, could find himself in court after blocking 7 Twitter followers. It seems Mr. Trump was not amused with the constant criticism they gave him and decided to block them. But then, come to think of it, if you get blocked by the President of the United States of America, isn't that a major reason for you to brag? Isn't it a bragging rights, like the whole 45th president actually noticed you and your annoying tweets and he blocked you? If it was me, I'll be going around saying, feeling myself and saying I've been blocked by the president. But what do you think about this?
Once he's a president, I think people would criticize him for the things he does. So I don't know why he should block them, but all the same, that's his own reason, for his own reasons, yeah. Because if, let's say, they need to, give him some kind of respect as well for him being a president, you know, it's not everything that you can say to him on the media. You understand? Yeah.
So you think that the suit is not necessary?
No.
I think one has right on his own account. So if for a reason he doesn't want them to maybe have access to his account, I think it's okay deleting them.
I actually, I don't know, but I support whatever Trump is doing.
I think everybody has a right to freedom of speech. So there's no need to block, because opinions and differ. So if somebody doesn't agree with you, doesn't mean that you must be antagonized by what they say. You just ignore it. Or sometimes good criticisms can also help you to build up upon what you are doing, or correct you in your mistakes. So there's no need to block anyone or buy anyone.
I don't know what they did for them to be blocked by Donald, but I personally, I wouldn't think that's, I don't know the problem, but I think maybe he had his reasons to do that. So maybe it's good for him.
Now, Israel, I've been monitoring commentary here in Ghana, and they're waiting to see how this case pans out, so that those who have been blocked by the president and the ex-president will get a chance to also sue them. So we're waiting to see what happens.
Forget it. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work here?
Yes, they may succeed here, but it's not going to work here. I mean, I'm not even sure that the courts will entertain a case like this.
All right.
Norton says, Trump is just playing chess in the presidency. Well, if I'm blocked by him on Twitter, I guess that would even save me from reading clear grammatical errors that crash child wouldn't even make in this modern day world. While being proud, my tweet caught the sight of Mr. President. Kwesi Boateng says, day in, day out, we block people and people block us too. Why should I worry my head on common blockade? These whites have issues. Papa, that person should try Ghana. Like the court will be his room. We will block him till he gets VP.
So I guess people have enough to share. But let's